When it is a panic attack, what are your suggestions for dealing with it at that time? What do you do? What should be thinking?
Well, you'll read online that you need to do deep breathing. And one of the things I've learned with a lot of my clients is that trying to breathe when you're struggling to breathe only increases your anxiety. I've tried doing breathing exercises with people who are anxious and they'll be worrying about doing it right. So
Mm,
uh, they'll get even more jammed up. So, what I suggest to people is instead of worrying about taking a deep breath, first start tracking wherever your breath is. Just think about I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, or if you're breathing very fast, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And as you do that, gradually slow your pace down to the point where
mm.
you get to the point where I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And at that point, you can take a nice deep breath in and out. By focusing on your breath and pacing yourself down, you'll be able to relax. If you just try to take a deep breath, quite often it'll just make it worse.
So it's really being aware. And that kind of goes back to what we talked about in the past, where you want to be present, you want to be in the moment. Because if you're worrying about this over here, the past, the future, all of that, it's just going to lead to more anxiety. So if you're in that moment, you're focusing on your breathing, then I guess it sounds does sound reasonable that you're really just trying to get a grip on that so that you can control it.
Yes, but what you're trying to do is get your mind off your thoughts, right? And get your mind onto
Okay.
breathing, but you're also literally turning on the parasympathetic. Um, Oxygen to the brain turns on a parallel nerve to the sympathetic being the fight or flight. The parasympathetic, or you'll hear vagal uh, techniques, is all about triggering the parasympathetic, which is the rest and digest. But the on switch for that is oxygen to the brain. So it really doesn't matter what breathing technique we use, so long as we get oxygen to the brain. So I tell my clients who get all jammed up about all these fancy breathing techniques, I say, you know how to breathe. You've been breathing all your life.
Mm.
All you need to do is get to the point where you can take a deep breath, get that oxygen to your brain, and turn on your relaxation response.